Alrighty, and we are live. Mayday here, getting set, believe it or not, to finish up our World Cup playthroughs. It is the 1st of April, and yet we have played 41 of the 45 World Cup courses on stream already. And we are going to finish off the final four today, beginning with the last two entrants into the main field, the ones who came in closest to deadline, beginning with Nonotempo, which published on Tuesday night. The deadline was last night, and we had one sneak in just under the wire. A couple of hours to spare. Coos Golf Grounds. And then a couple of entrants into the side contest made it in last night, literally, in the 11th hour. They were both published within an hour of the deadline. Ross McOwen Golf Links and Parched Parrots. So that will be our battle plan for today. All said and done, we ended up with 45 courses. 32 in the main field, and 13 in the side contest who will vie for a spot in next year's World Cup. There's the link in the chat. I wholeheartedly, also if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, the link is down in the description. I wholeheartedly encourage you to go check out all of these courses. Some phenomenal work done by everybody involved in this contest. And hey, McConnell's here. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's 45 courses, and a couple of them are 9-holers in the side contest that I'd love to see expanded to 18 holes. But yeah, the tours aren't going to be lacking for options for great courses anytime soon, and that is a side effect, and a very positive side effect of this contest. So, McConnell's in the chat. First one of the night, so let's, or day I guess, let's go through the ground rules again. More showcase playthrough. Chat is open for your discretion. Feel free to chime in as you so choose, but as always, these are more just showcase highlight playthroughs. These aren't really critiques or anything like that. I am one of the judges in the main contest. However, it is not necessarily the case that I am assigned the course that I am currently playing in the first round. 8 courses I am judging in round 1, as is each of our 12 judges. We're split into groups of 3, and we all are dividing and conquering with 8 different courses. Hope to have the group stage results for you in a couple of weeks. Judging already underway from those courses that have already been submitted, and we've got a good head start on it. So hoping to have the group stage results ready by the 14th. That'd be 2 weeks from yesterday. So hey, Halls Balls, yeah, you were burning the midnight oil, certainly. Getting yours in, and we're going to give yours a spin a little bit later on. But Nonotempo, that is where we go first. Rhino didn't give us a ton in the judging file, but I'm just going to try to scroll over here. He is in Group A as we pull up the bracket. You see he's in there with Crizzy, who has GC Champs Lino, Pithy Dr. G, who has Bragg Highlands, also Todd Father, who has Baculum Trail. Nonotempo, I'll throw the link here in the chat as well. Northern Idaho based. So not surprisingly, a potato in the logo. But yeah, let's give her a roll. There, I know you all really wanted to see the photo of Cooch. He'll be here all week. Make sure to stiff your waitress. up, and we will take a little tool around the plot here. Looks like I believe we are in. Yeah, I'm almost certain we're. Wait, are we in Boreal or are we in Swiss here, McConnell? I almost think by these high peaks we may be in Swiss. Yes, Swiss. Very humpy and bumpy. Is this clubhouse? That's a nice little area. Little fire pit ring. Cooch photo. Alright. Very lovely. Oh, Henner will be excited. Look at these winds. Ooh. Oh, this will be fun. Grab your toupee, hold on, and get ready for the ride. Part of me just wants to bomb it right over this dune because I've got such a tailwind, but I know that is going to put me in. Well, if I could somehow manage to get within 40 yards. What the hell. Okay. Alright, so maybe. Oh, that's too deep down in the bush. Maybe not quite Nacita, but similar ilk here, I'd have to imagine. The fuzzy D-brush here, Rhino. Because what he's done, you've got the sandy texture, but you don't have the indentation. Hey, Ben. You don't have the indentation, the automatic flattening that you would typically get if you had a big shape or even a spline and filled it in. So I'm imagining this is probably that D-shaped brush with a few clicks, and it's been done just enough to get the sand texture here, but not enough to really sink the terrain down. It's a subtle thing. Not a lot of guys pick up on that. I'm sure the hell not putting this. What the hell? What have I done to myself? I knew I probably shouldn't have tried to drive that. Yeah, maybe 2K's figured out the dynamic weather. I don't know. Hey, who dat? This could trickle out. Hey, Trail Ducker. Well, I think Rhino might win Group A. There's your birdie. Rhino has got a chance. Almost 3. Well, that's 2 for sure little punch bowls that you can hit into. Hi, David. Yes, happy opening day. My Brewers are playing the Minnesota Twinkies today. A little interleague action to start. Yes, he is going for the opening hole ace. Hey, Axel. Welcome in. All right, par 5. you go, the better view you have in for your second. Ah, the way this wind's blowing, I don't know if I get here with 2 strong pokes anyway. That's totally fine. I wasn't sure if Wayne was going to be going this afternoon. I didn't see the notification, and then when I went live, I saw him on. It's like, dang nabbit. But, no, I certainly appreciate that. Well, we might be able to get there. Oh, get a great kick. How about it? Well, that's one way to use the terrain. Well, that's a good question by David in chat. I don't know if Rhino's still in here, but yeah, I'd have to imagine just kind of scanning over the plot. Yeah, I'd have to imagine the plant meter here is quite full, between 100% meter between what you can and can't see from the tree planting. Well, it should trickle on down if I landed on this down slope. Alrighty. Strong start, which I'm sure will be foiled by a less than stellar finish on my behalf. Subtle little lion's mouth here. Can we? Yep. Should we? Probably. Will we? Oh yeah. Actually, I think the ballsy play would be to try to come in from this to this pin, try to come in from this side, catch this little ridge, and feed it down. I think that's the ballsy play here. The safer play is to try to come in from the left, but shit! Now the wind's turning on me. But still, 286 to the flag. I still think I can get there. That started it too far left. Oh, back edge would be alright. I can live with that. I can live with that miss. Oh, did I land on the wrong side of that knob? I think so. It was just a little knob I was trying to land it on top of, and if it would have caught the downslope, that runs right out to the hole. Swiss plus berry trees equals not fun. Yeah, it's not the same effect that you would get, I'm assuming, because I haven't really tried this in Swiss, but from what I've always known as Swiss, it's not nearly as easy to do this technique. You need more planting than trying to do this in, say, Delta or Steppe or Boreal or even Highlands. It takes a lot more to get this really browned out terrain sort of look, the natural ground. Alright, we want to hug the right side of this fairway, I think. Oh, that's definitely not going to happen like that. It's definitely not going to happen like that, Axel. Hell, I'm just, especially in these winds, I'm shocked that we're this far down so far. so far I see all the pins have been accessible and not on red slopes, so already much better than PAX Club last year. I kid. Ah, that was a terrible stroke. I deserve that. Bit of an uphill par 3 here. Again, kind of into a little bit of a saddle. Yes. I am glad you have strayed away from the petty method of quality control. Again, HB, fix your game. I should not be hitting that good of a shot with that poor of a swing. Oh yes, good call, Ben. And I had purposely grabbed the screenshot here. Not a required element. We don't have required elements here. But this... Actually, I think it's almost 5. 5 green sites within probably that 200-yard square. 4 certainly, maybe 5. Yes, we are funneling into a gathering point on the course. Yeah, Halls, I hear you. That's not one I'm proud of, but we'll take it. Oh, what the hell game? I've had some issues lately where if I go to the... There we go. If I go to the free cam, for whatever reason, my right joystick doesn't want to pull back. Oh, we got it. Ooh, and then we just burn the edge on the high side again. I think that's the game making up for the Shank GIR. Par 5. This one playing more of a cross. The first par 5 we had was, I believe, wind was hurting in from the hurting in from the left, if I'm not mistaken. This is fairly neutral and from the right. That is a good call, Halls. I mean, the amplitude of the slopes are a lot smaller, but you've still got that rockiness and ruggedness. And as you go further up the valley, it ties into the backdrop, which becomes gradually more mountainous. It's a good pickup. We're going to have to fight the wind here a little bit, I feel. Didn't fight enough. Alrighty. Gets us back on track. I'm trying to remember what difficulty level Rhino said he was going for here. Easy? So solidly in the CC category, and I could definitely see that so far. It has been very accessible to this point. We got a crick over there that we got to try to negotiate, maybe? Okay, so... But yeah, basically what, Levin template here? Especially with the diagonal hazard right in the middle of the fairway. Where do you lay back? Do you try to play conservatively aggressive in here, which opens up an angle, but a longer second shot? Again, conservatively aggressive is trying to carry, but on the left side, and the more you really try to challenge the creek, better angle, more danger. I am... This crosswind makes this hole extremely uncomfortable. And the green sort of fades in, kind of feeds into that, into a little bit of a bowl, where it's more open on the right side, but if you're coming in from the left side, you're dealing with a downhill, almost certainly landing it on a downhill approach. I mean, you may have some room to run it back to that middle pin. And I'd probably have something like 8 or 9 iron in, so... Alright, let's fight the wind. I will sacrifice the angle for a shorter club end, so... Oh, that wind just gobbled it up. Come on, Slope, do your thing. Oh, that's a fun little chip shot. I enjoyed playing that one. Our second drivable par 4. Big old turtleback green. And I love that the high side of this green is the left side. Because again, most guys are going to hit it fast. And that ball is going to come screaming in from right to left. If they got it wrong, they're going to catch this this ridge, this slope here, probably end up down in this shit. And then you're pitching out a heavy rough to a green that is running away the whole time through. I don't know if I get all the way there with this wind, but I'm going to try. I agree, Axel, but I'm okay. I mean, if I'm going to miss this green, if I'm going to go for it and miss, I feel like the miss is down in here or over here. Back isn't great and left is absolute death. A little bit short and right, I am 100% okay. Yeah. No, you just look at how this green's situated, and missing left is a death sentence. Technically, Hall's balls, it's not bunkerless. You got that wee little waste bunker right there that's kind of obscured by the shadow. But it's not one that really is in your face and in play on this one. That would have made sense, something to challenge the layup. I don't know, ask Dustin Johnson. Oh, I pushed that ever so slightly. Pretty poor execution on my second and third shots. Cost me a birdie. I think it was the right way to play it, though. This ball's going to run for a while. Everything aligned. My natural ball flight, the wind, the slope on that hole. We're just going to bomb the crap out of that. And also good to be coming in from the right half of this fairway, it appears. Hold your line. Oh, that was so close to being great. It's very good, but it was maybe a yard or two further left from being great. More help from the wind. Gosh. Part of me doesn't want to take driver here. This green too. In fact, I would almost say all instances. It seems like you're actually better off to take the outside of this dog leg. I mean, the initial inclination would be try to bomb it over this, cut the corner, shortest distance. But it really seems like this green better suits an approach in from the right-hand side. That didn't work. Get in the bunker, please. Please get in the bunker. All right. I would say I'd be interested to see how this plays on console. I would say, if anything, I've noticed a little bit on this hole, a little bit of frame stutter. Not terrible on my rig, but I could just notice it just a little bit. How is this going to come out? That is the question. Well, have you asked Maddie to play it then? Your PS4 was smoking? I'd be interested to see how it plays on mine. Because for whatever reason, Maybe I got lucky because I just got an old PS4. It's not the Pro or anything like that. But even courses that others that kind of would say, oh, this is really leggy or stuff like that, I typically didn't have a lot of issue with lag. So I'd be interested to see how this plays on there. Hey, Nitro! Knob Creek nearly killed it. Yeah. So when do we ask you to get this on the Platinum? Just to see a meltdown. I'd sell popcorn to the thread that week. Really? Really, Trail Ducker, that is interesting. PS4 has become more leggy since Divot Derby. Probably can't keep up with the win total that Jives is racking up. Nice little potato chip green we're hitting into here. God, the only thing I don't like is we're fighting the wind. And if I hit into this little false edge here, I probably don't get all the way back there. So I do feel like I need to carry this just a touch deeper. Well, that'll do. What I've enjoyed so far is there's definitely some holes here that if you play your cards right, Eagle is a very legitimate possibility. But if you get too aggressive and get it wrong, you're still working for a birdie and certainly not guaranteed to leave with par. Oh. And then I underread the putt. Hello. Blind tee shot. Oh. This is a definitely good hole for this game. I say that because what Rhino has done here. Look at the yardage book. It is 240 to clear, which leaves you 100 in. You're obviously going to hit and roll out, so you're probably going to be somewhere in here. So if you clear that ridge, you are going to have something less than a full shot in. Now, you could bang driver, and a different wind, you might be able to get down there and have a splash. But look what happens if you're laying up. You got to really lay up, probably somewhere in here. I mean, I'm probably hitting 9-iron off the tee if I'm laying up, and left with a 5-iron in. So that is devilishly good. especially with this wind coming off the left. Because now I don't have any chance to hit the mega draw and sweep it around the corner and maybe scoot it up by the green. I'm thinking my best case scenario is probably somewhere in here to a pin that's on the extreme right side of the green. I'd be short-sighting myself. Rhino, I salute you. This is a devilishly good short four. Basically what this hole has done, it has taken away everything I want to do to attack a drive and pitch par 4. Like, oh, you just want to lay back and have a comfy little wedge in? No, we're not going to do that. You want to splash? Nah, you're probably not going to get there either. Tempo yayas. Yeah, I just got to trundle that one onto the green. That was probably best case scenario. Not a ton, Matty, but have you played this on PS4 and has the fire department left? If you have. I am so glad I am dead into the wind here, because I am going to need all of that stopping power. Little nod to the Dell template. Oh boy, look, that just hit a brick frickin' wall. Oh my goodness. God, it's just like it got about 140 yards and just threw open a parachute. God. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but God, that's a deceptively tough, shortish par 3. But I could see you flip the wind around there, and I don't think you're holding the green. Almost a bit of a Redan kicker here, so the right wind, you could almost just barely clear these bunkers, let it hit and feed down. You could also try to work a cut in there, or a draw, excuse me. Similar wind direction we had on, what was that, 13 just a short while ago. Maybe not quite as diabolical. Oh, but I did not want to miss right of that knob. Whoopsie. would it? In this wind... Nah, it's never going to come back far enough. It would never come back far enough for that to work. Stay up. I'm 7 under, and I feel like we could legitimately be 4 or 5 shots better than that. Alright. This is the bunker we want to take on. Settle. Oh, got the aiming marker back here. Almost feel like that's a nod to Skinny Post. Was always going to be too much. The wedge wasn't going to be enough. I was right between clubs. Came in, ooh, and then I barely hit that one. Please catch that ridge. Alright, we avoid the sloppy bogey. That's good. A short 3. This almost feels like a miniature version of 14, maybe a little more receptive on the back of the green, but of the same ilk. God, I'm afraid of how much got into this wind. I mean, at least there's a bit of a backboard. Oy. That's what we needed. It just need... Oh, what? Okay, game. Okay, so I had an 8-iron that you just absolutely matumboed out of the sky. But that 9-iron rides the wind like it cuts through the wind like it was nothing. That makes sense. God, dynamic or no, I mean, it's blowing at a similar strength. Yeah, well. I think in normal conditions, I don't. I blame both of those bogeys on the wind. All right, closing par 4, heading back toward the clubhouse. Work this in a little bit too. See, now the wind held that one. 6-iron it held. 9-iron? Nah. Why would we want to do that? Oh, and then it didn't take the break, you dirty dog. Alrighty, so there you go. Nonotempo by Ryan McConnell up there in Group A. See the bracket. Crizzy, Pithy, Todd Father in among him. Alrighty, so what we're going to do here, guys, we are going to take a quick break to reset the stream. When we come back, the last course published in the main field. We're going to be taking a look at Jive's course. Jive's Nader over in Group C and Coos Golf Grounds right after this. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.